Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we will be looking at the Caledonia Works Southern Railway, I couldn't get that out just then, Southern Railway L1s. As you can see, I have a selection, and again we are back on the Southbridge to Highwood line. Yeah, what we'll do is, usual format, I'll show you what liveries you get, what you can do with them. Then we'll go for a spin in one particular livery, all the way from Southbridge up to Highwood. Then I'll end, well, I won't end the video. We'll end this part, that part of the video, and then go to the manual, and then probably a Wikipedia page showing you more information about the loco, as well as looking at the history on the manual. So, where to begin? Well, the L1s, don't know much about them. The only thing I know is that they're obviously southern, gorgeous, and an express locomotive that was mainly used on the Kent coast. This is what came before the N15s and the Lord Nelsons. That's all I know about that. There will be, as I said, we'll look at the history in the manual and the Wikipedia page in a second, or once we've done the little drive. I haven't had much time to play with these because, as I've said in multiple videos, I'm juggling this with work, and the reason I haven't uploaded in ages is because work has become a bit of a hassle. But then again, it's work, it's not really pleasure. But anyway, let's have a look around these lovely locos. So we'll start down here, start with the BR versions. So yes, with every loco you get the BR early livery on the tender, the BR late. We'll get to this one in just a second. This one's yeah. I don't know what's wrong with my mouse today. It seems a bit sensitive. Ooh. I just realised my mouse can change colour. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, with every loco you get with the pack, you obviously get a BR livery. If it's southern, it'll be Malachite as well. It'll be Monsal. If it was Monsal, it'll be Monsal livery and all that. But first impressions, as always with Caledonia Works, they're always at a very high standard. They are superb as always. The detailing is just immaculate. Superb. I mean, just the grime. Even on the clean version, this is the clean version. Even the grime in some of the places, just fantastic. Oh, hello. And you know, the grease on the buffer beam. Sorry, that's the buffer beam. Grease on the buffers, and just the coal in some places, like along there. You can't see it much on these. These things, I have to admit, these things are massive. It's a bit strange, really, that their power class is 3P. It's a 3-passenger for such a large loco. It is, yeah. You'd think it'd be more powerful. So this one. Well, what to say about this really? It's an experimental lined loco that they did, experimental yellow. I can see why they didn't go through with it, because it's more of a putrid yellow. It really is. I mean, fair enough, they probably faded to that kind of, from white to that over the years, but I can see why they didn't go with it all the time. Because that, compared to that, is, yeah. But it's nice to put it in the pack. It really is. I mean, it's nice. Excuse me. It's nice to put, like. Oh, I seem to be bumping anything. It's nice to put in your sort of layout if you want to, you know, role play and say, oh yeah, the railway's just taken in one of these and it was the sole survivor to carry this livery or something like that. You know. Then it's good. It's superb to have something like this. It really is. It's a nice asset to the collection, as I've always said with their logos. But yeah, I love them. I love anything southern. Also, if you do hear some noise in the background, I do apologise. But I live outside. I don't live outside. I'm not. You know, I don't live outside. I don't live. Yeah, I live near a farm, and they're sort of moving in cows and stuff like that. Anyway. As always, this is the weathered livery of the pack. Again, you do get it in early and late, BR black. It's superb as always. The attention to detail when it comes to weathering and the modelling of the locos are just fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, look at the grime. Look at it. Compared to a clean version, just look at it. You can tell this is a loco that's been ran within the inch of its life. It's amazing. And this is the first malachite livery they came with. BR livery with the gill sands lettering and numbers. Doesn't look too bad, to be honest. I do like that, but I'm always faithful to the BR liveries. And again, superb detail. And here are some of the southern liveries. I do, as always, because they're so large and there's so many of them, there are some more at the station, plus the one we'll be driving. So yeah, these are the southern liveries. Obviously you get the malachite. That one here is another strange one which I'm not too clued up on. This one is the Ashford green livery. The differences between this one and the others, obviously the colour and the builder's plate, which if I go and zoom into it, is highly detailed. It's superb. As it says there, North British Locomotive Company, something limited, 1926 when they were made, Hyde Park Works, Glasgow. I mean, yeah, they were all built in 1926. I think I did read a bit of history earlier. 1926 is when they were built. There was only 15 built, none are preserved, and they were withdrawn in 1926. No, sorry, 1962. Do apologise. I'm not woken up yet. I haven't had my 3 cups of coffee. But again, it looks absolutely stunning in Ashford green. Here's one of the malachite. Oh, I've done it again. Malachite. I do apologise. Malachite. I do call it malachite. It's just a force of habit by accident. Anyway, yeah, malachite looks superb. Love the lettering on the tender. Love the numbers as well. Sort of like raised. I think this one's the sunshine livery. I think. I might be wrong. But yeah, please correct me in the comments. I will take that into consideration. And again, another malachite, but this time not the sunshine livery. I think. Looks either way, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It really does. And then we have the Monsal livery, Monsal green. This isn't the lined, even though it is lined. This is not the lined livery, but even still, it looks nice. I think this is the livery that the schools classes had, as well as the malachite. But yeah, a bit like the Drummond 700s. After I finished that video, I saw that Caledonia Works released this. I was like, oh yes. But I waited a week because with all the videos and add-ons that I have on my PC, it's just been taking up space, so I had to clear some space, sort out the videos that I have, put them into storage, and then buy this. And now I'm just doing this in my spare time between work. Anyway, let's hop over to the last of pack. Here's the one we have in the station. I'll get to that one in a second. Okie dokie. Right, so again, we have another malachite, malachite, malachite livery, but this one is just your bog standard S prefix for the superheated version, I believe. I think you can only get it in malachite. Again, same tender as the other one. Bullied, unlined black. It does sport it very well, very nicely indeed. And then you do get another tender with this livery. In that livery I'm about to show you, you do get 2 different tenders. So you've got one without the raised lettering and one with the raised lettering. Yeah, sorry, but that one's the sunshine livery of lettering. That one isn't. And the same with the Monsal green. Yeah, so you get the traditional number on the tender for the Monsal one, and then you get the southern on the tank, which I prefer this. Sometimes it depends what kind of mood I'm in. I could go for this one or I could go for this one. Either way, it looks gorgeous. So, what can you do to them? Well, I was playing around with some of these. You can't really do much, unfortunately, compared to the Drummonds. You can't really do much. But again, you can change the smoke box and some of the numbers and whatnot. But this one, what I've done here is the smoke box option you can have doesn't really do much. It just changes the smoke box ring there and the hinges on the smoke box door to plain metal instead of it being painted, including the handrail along the side and this one there. So options 1, 2 and 3 for the smoke box basically means 1 I believe is this, 2 is just the hinge and that handrail unpainted, and 3 is all of it painted black. So yeah, that's that one. The second one, yeah, here we are. So this is option 2. So it's just the hinge on the smoke box and that railing on the Ashford green. Trying to just prove that you can do it with the Southern liveried locos. The BR one, you can't do anything with the smoke box, just the shed plate. Of course, you can change the running number and the depot. So 74A. I can't think where 74A is. I'll have to look that up. But the shed plate you can change from just a bog standard black shed plate to one that has a white ring around the outer side of the shed plate, which kind of makes it stand out a bit more compared to all the black smoke box that it sits on. Anyway, yeah, and here's the last and final option to the smoke box detail. So this is what I was on about. Instead of having the smoke box ring unpainted, the hinge and the handrails, option 3 gives you this. It looks nice. Again, it looks nice. I like it. It's going to be a great loco for my collection. Anyway, I've done my usual waffle. So here's the one I've got in the station. It's nothing. It's no particular number of loco because I couldn't think of any that were based down here. I tried to find the numbering on Wikipedia, but considering there was only 15 made, I just plunked any old loco down and put it behind some Monsell coaches. Can't speak today. But I did have it for option 2, as you'll see over there, to have the unpainted hinge and handrail, because I do quite like that look. By the looks of it, you do get snifting valves as well, but you can't really choose whether to have them or not. So anyway, oh no, wrong button. I haven't played this game in so long, so I've forgotten how to play it. So I'll open up the carriage doors. Pretty much with everything else, you do get the usual headlamps and discs. So 1, go through the cycle, get the discs. 2 goes down to there. 3 to there. And so on. I don't know about head codes. Yeah. Not head codes, headboards rather. Press H. No? Okay. Well, we'll just go for the Lewis to East Grinstead head code. It's alright, it's pretty nice. What else to show you? Oh yeah, the cab. Turn that light off. Actually, no, I'll keep it on. Cab's pretty spacious. It's pretty high because obviously it's an express engine. It's well detailed. As I keep saying with every loco they have, it's well detailed, superb. Pretty much everything in the cab has a function, I believe, apart from the blowdowns for the water gauges. But yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. If I can do that, Control R. We'll get the fire up to its mass, which isn't much. I think it's about 670 and something else, I can't remember. Something different about the pack is that if you're familiar with the Wainwright H classes, either from DT or Steam Loco Collection, there is a steam reverser, which is very sort of Chatham Railway. So for this, you have to hold the W key to put it forward, and then press the E key. Now you can just leave that on and just do that and notch back. I think that's, again, top marks for Caledonia Works, because that's not something you see all the time, really. It's, yeah, top marks. But I don't know. I'll have a look in a second. I don't know whether it works on the outside, but it's nice to see it all working properly how it should, really. So yeah, just tap E to turn off the steam lock. But yeah, it's amazing. But I'm curious. So if I press 8, go down to the steam reverse down. You can't really see it too well. So if I do that, press E. Nah, see, nah, it doesn't work. That's a shame, that. Yeah, they missed out on some points there from me. But still, it's nice the fact they've put a working steam reverser in game. That is a shame. I would have liked to have seen that operating. Unlike the Steam Loco Collection one, where that does actually move and work, and you can see all the linkage moving. What else? Yeah, I'll turn the lamp off. As with every loco you get from Caledonia Works, you'll always find a Bible and now a pipe. I do like that little detail. I do like that. Whistles is the next thing. So you got the bog standard H, bog standard H, because I was talking about the H class. Bog standard spacebar. I do like that. They've kind of cleaned. They've cleaned oh, I can't speak. They have cleaned up the whistle loop. Now, what else is there? B, no, controlled space is the short. Oh, that was quite a good one. Yeah, you get the picture. There's quite a few. So I've got that. Forward. I'll have that on. Brakes a bit differently, because you do need to press J to open up the spool injector now. You can close it once you're running. Right, and on our way to Highwood. And you get your standard views as well. So you've got the head out and driver's side down by the wheels. Superb. I do quite like this view. Down by the smoke box, out front, that's good. I don't quite know where the water is for the hauler injectors. How good the braking is. Oh, I kind of overshot that a tad. I will say this, I do have problems with braking this stuff. I prefer the AP stuff because it's more realistic, but yeah, it's quite nice with this. I do believe as well that the sounds for this came from the sound patch for the S15. If you have that, you know what I'm on about, but if you don't, I'll probably do a review on it. Basically, if you get, sort of say here, you'll have a different chuff sound compared to, say, if you're here. So if you're going for those really far away shots, and you're watching the train sort of trundle along at some speed, it'll sound bloody good. It really will. Run away. Oh, that's bad. Just realised. It's a good thing I put the automatic fireman on. It sounds really good at 30 though, I'm not gonna lie. It's in time with the wheels as well. this the end of this part of the video. Yeah, what we'll do now is hop over to the manual, have a flick through that, then hop over to the Wikipedia page specifically about this class of locomotive, and then we'll end the video after that. So I'll see you in a second. Right then, here we are at the manual, and as always with Caledonia Works locos, they're very well displayed, very formative. Informative. I can't think. I need my coffee. Either way, it's very well presented in the manuals, pretty much like their locomotives, really. As you can see here, here's the introduction and the history of the loco. If you want to read it, feel free to pause the video. I do that in every video, so be my guest. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. Anyway, specifications. As you can see here, build date 1926, only 15 built, not very many. Running service ran from 1926 when they were built to 1962, total of 36 years. They I wouldn't say a long life, but they had a life. Wheel arrangement 440, not bad for an engine of its type. Number of cylinders only 2. Boiler pressure 180. You'd think for a loco like that big, it'd be a bit bigger, bit more, but I think the bullies ran at like something obscene, like 200 or more, something like that. Obviously, designer Richard Monsell. Obviously, if you read up here, they're based off the Chatham. I think it says here. I think it's the D's and the E's. They're based off of. Yeah. So yeah, as always with the manual, you get what you can do with the quick drives plus links. If you don't have any of the above, there's quite a lot of stuff you need for it. Obviously controls. As I've said in many videos before, I do love when add-on makers or builders, whatever you want to call them, add the controls to what stuff does. Because if you're if you're sort of new to the train simulator scene, you haven't got a clue what any of these buttons do. You just want to jump in, play a game, but you want to read about stuff of the loco. It's always nice to have a flick through and see, oh yeah, I didn't know it had that. Oh, and that's the button to use it, sort of thing. Yeah. Another thing as well I keep forgetting to mention is that they do all come with performance mode. If you have a PC which isn't great with its graphics card, you can just switch it on and off. Basically just gets rid of sort of shadows and stuff like that. Helps run the PC better so you can enjoy the loco. This I find very helpful because I don't know if you noticed in the video, I was struggling today with keeping up pressure in the loco, so hence why reading this bit in particular, or in general, is very important. Because I think with SimNation's, I think it's SimNation, I can't remember if it comes with Locomotion 1.51. Yeah, I don't know who it's by though. Anyway, yeah, so again, it just tells you how to run the loco, how the automatic farming works. Yeah, obviously customization. You can see what I was on about earlier, there's not much to do. With the Southern Rail variants, you can change the loco number, the smokebox door, and the buffer beam decal. It does say up here what each of those abbreviations mean, and it's very helpful. And then just the AI codes, usage and distribution. And again, still these lovely people that help make the loco, well, the add-ons possible. So a big thank you to those guys. You might recognise some of these names, but yeah. Anyway, so that's the manual. Let's go to the Wikipedia page. Now, everyone's favourite website for information. So, a bit of background, as you can see here, Harry Wainwright, I think, that made the first version for the Chatham Railway in 1902, which was the D and E class. and then complete designs for the larger L class. Obviously, these are the L1s, which are an upgraded version to Wainwright's that was made by Monsell. Again, if you want to read this, I'll probably put a link in the description for this Wikipedia page. If not, always type into Google. Oh, excuse me. Always type into Google list of locos SR L1 class, and you'll get the first. It'll be pretty much be the first link you get on Google. It tells you everything you need to know, even the very detailed of specifications like firebox tubes and all that. Some sort of lists that I look at on Wikipedia, they will have a very big table of numbers of the locomotives telling you when they were built, when they were withdrawn, where they were based. I do like to look at them, but on some occasions like this, and I think the 700s, you'll just get this, mainly because there was only 15 built, and the numbers were ranging from, say, A, from that to that, pretty much here really. Then it went over to Southern Railway, so it changed from those to those. Then British Railway in 48, they were just renumbered to that. Not much, but from the 15 numbers, you pretty much get the gist. And it's always nice to read as well, because there's always a few other bits and pieces of information in these articles. It tells you like what books you can get it from. I have bought a few books after reading from this page. I've bought a few books that have been listed in this sort of section. So, yeah, that's it. We'll hop back over to the game, and then we'll end the video there. I'll see you in a second. So, here we are back in the game, and at the end, well, almost the end of a okay-ish video, I hope. So, my verdict. What do I think of the Caledonia Works Southern Railway L1s? Well, as I say, regarding their locos, for I think 14 to 16 quid, you get what you paid for. It's superb. And another way of seeing it is that for 15 quid, you get more than what you paid for, which is good, because the style of detail is always, I'm always very impressed with the amount of detail they put into their locos. I really am. It's like, you know, the grime, like I said earlier, even on the clean versions, you're going to get that small bit of grime where the cleaner couldn't get into, like round there on the buffers themselves, or so, you know, like the little nooks and crannies you couldn't get a rag or a brush into. I mean, even driving the things, you know, just because it hasn't got a fully working steam chest doesn't mean, you know, it's not going to be a nice loco to drive, because I absolutely love driving them. I love driving their locos. They're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, now that they've got, I think, the Locomotion 1.51, you know, boiler system into it, it's certainly brought their locomotives to life, really. To life, I should say. It's really added a bit more depth and detail to their add-ons, making, you know, the 15 to 16, you know, quid worth it. I've always said that about their locos. I'm always very impressed with the high level of detail and the high standard they always have with their logos. I've got a feeling they're going to be going with the southern region, I hope, a bit longer, you know, because after the Drummond video, I was very impressed with the Drummonds. I think there was about a week or two gap where nothing happened, or no announcements, and then I saw another video on YouTube and this popped up. I was like, oh, I better go and check the website. And I did. I saw this was on there. It'd been released that day, so I thought, right, okay, I'll buy it, have a look at it, and like I said, I'm very impressed indeed. I don't know what else to say really. Like I keep saying, I'm always very impressed with their locos. Another thing as well I did notice is that if the loco's got snifting valves like this and the Drummonds have, when you open a regulator, there's always a bit of steam coming out of these from both sides. But yeah, I love it. It's another loco I'm gonna love in my collection. Again, superb detail, it really is. I love it. Another thing as well, if you want to see what their upcoming add-ons are going to be, there is a page on their website separately for that. I've looked for it numerous amount of times, and I've been excited to see the add-ons that they're going to make. I mean, the one I'm mostly looking forward to is most of the Southern Rail stock, London and South Western stuff, Chatham stuff, like the P classes. Oh, I can't wait for the P classes. If they're going to do Bluebell and Primrose, oh, that'll be the day. I'll be happy. And like the Q class. I've got a personal attachment to 30541, which is the Q class at the Bluebell Railway. Absolutely love the loco. I've been on it a few times. I've driven it once. Yeah, but the loco I'm really looking forward to is not Southern. It's not anything remotely attached to the Southern region, but it is the Liverpool Manchester Lion and Tiger. If you don't know what they are, you've probably never seen the film Tidfield Thunderbolt. If you have, then I hope that's made you a bit more excited of what there is to come. But anyway, I've appeared to have waffled on a bit too much again. So, thank you very much for watching. Oh, and before I go, thank you very, very much for getting my YouTube channel to 57 subscribers now. Thank you so much. I will say this now. When I get to 100 subscribers, I will do a subscriber special. I don't know what that'll be, what the video will be, but if you get me to 100, I'll do something out of the blue, something different compared to this. So, thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content, could be anything trips to heritage railways, locomotive add-ons such as this, route add-ons, you name it, then please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, goodbye.